Hello, it's me, Peko Peko ba. Because of my stupid FGO meme video, somehow got hundreds of thousands of views, up to 100,000 views, and most of them are coming from outside of my country. I figured I'm going to try to speak in my limited English in this video. Anyway, in this video, I'm going to rate all Summer Servants Noble Phantasms because the ongoing event in FGO GP is the 2020 summer event. I rate all these Noble Phantasms based on the animation, dialogue, what the NP does, and of course, my personal opinion with a little bit of lore here and there. I also rate this NP by events they are available at, which means the first one is from the first FGO summer event from 2016. Okay, with all that out of the way, let's just jump into it with the first one, Tamamo no Mae Lancer with Tokonatsu Nikko Hiyokekasa Chouai Shin.
言い逃れは聞きませんわ。浮気移り気伝の打ち方、狐はまるっとお見通し。いざ受け上がれ、よけがさ、超愛一瞬。見ていてくださいました、マスター。
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think this is the first Noble Phantasm where they use different sprite in the animation. And well, because it's the first, sadly, they don't animate her rider kick very well. It's pretty choppy. I get it, it is supposed to sync with the sound effect, but still, they could have done it better. The dialogue is alright, and it is an anti-unit NP, which I really like, so overall I think it's a 9 out of 10. If only they can animate her in another way, I think it's a 10 out of 10, but it is what it is. Off with a good start, let's keep it up with Artoria Pendragon Archers Excalibur Vivian.
スイミングの時間です。この光は勝利の剣。エクスカリバー。
The animation is really fast, and I like how her Excalibur is attached to her water gun, almost like Squall's gunblade from Final Fantasy VIII. Her dialogue in this NP is pretty funny, and again, I love anti-unit NP. Excalibur Vivian actually debuffs the target with 70% chance of NP bar reduced, so that's pretty nice. I didn't know about this, because I never played off, but still. But anyway, overall, I think I can give her a 7 out of 10. Next up is Marie Antoinette. I'm not really good with segue, if you can tell. Anyway, next up is Marie Antoinette caster with Crystal Dress.
せっかくだもの、キラキラしたいわ。思いっきり。クリスタルドレス、みんな大好きよ。
I like this NP because that dress is like a real-life Marie Antoinette would wear. Because if you know French history, she basically loved to dress eccentrically. Well, correct me if I'm wrong, again. Although, at some point, she made her hair to look like a ship, so I think that's pretty spot on. But the animation for this NP is too simple, and it's just, it's just damaging all enemies type of NP, and and give them some reduced critical chance. That's pretty good. And also her dialogue is kinda short, so I don't know. I think it's a 5 out of 10 for me. Man, 3 NPs in, and the rating is getting down. Let's hope the next one, which is Caribbean Freebird Act 2 by Anne Bonny and Mary Reid, can increase my rating so far.
今度は私から行きますわよ。そーれ、フォローするよ。それそれそれ。これでとどめ。
Oh man, I somehow like the Rider version's animation better. This version looks similar to Morrigan's super animation from Marvel vs. Capcom, and also a little bit too quick for my taste. For an anti-unit NP, it's not really good and the dialogue is lacking, so I'll just give it 3 out of 10. I'm sorry if you're a fan of them. So let's just move on to Moderate Rider with Predun Tube Riding.
来やがったな、水曜の大波。行くぞ相棒。
Not gonna lie, I can't rate it higher than 6 out of 10 just because the animation is too similar with Excalibur Vivian, and it's also just a vanilla anti-inventory NP, although they call it anti-wave for some reason. I don't know why. Please tell me in the comment section if you know, because I never use her TBH honest. The dialogue is simple. I like how she called her surfboard partner. Yeah, like I said, it's a 6 out of 10. Coming up next is the first summer freebie, Skaha Assassin, with Gable Alternative.
影の国へ連れて行こう。ゲイボルクオルタナティブ。
I like how, despite it's an NP like Anne and Mary, where it's like an alternate version of their original, if that makes sense, it's better than that. It has a different animation and more creative use of Gable than the original. And of course, because she's a freebie, most of you probably have her at level 5 NP level, She has up to 70% chance of insta-kill enemy, although I never pull this off either. But it's there. Anyway, the dialogue is pretty good. Overall, I think it's a 7 out of 10. Next up is Kyohima Lancer. Again, I'm not good with segue. Yeah. Anyway, Kyohima Lancer with Dojoji Kane, Hyakuha Chishiki, Kariunagi. Boy, that's mouthful. I can't pronounce it really well. Anyway, here it goes.
ああ、マスター、見ててくださいましね。それ。道場時間108式下流なぎ。
I like how the fire turns to blue when her spear stabs the bell and pow. I love the animation, even though the dialogue is a bit lacking, to be honest. Also, again, I love anti-unit NP, especially with utility like this, with skill seal chance, so obviously I love her NP, and I can give it 8 out of 10. That's it, Next one is the last summer servant from the first FGO summer event. It's perfect. That's why it's a 10 of 10. And that's all of Noble Phantasm from the first FGO summer event. They are okay overall. The animations are not very impressive in my opinion. I get it, it's because they are part of the earlier servant, and I think it's unlikely that they will get a renewal animation soon because as far as I know, DW never updated their animations for even exclusive servants like they are, like, you know. Anyway, next up is the second FGO summer event, that hit summer race from 2017 that includes Nero Caster, Frankenstein Saber, Chris Assassin, Oda Nobunaga Berserker, Artoria Alter Rider, Helena Blavatsky Caster, Reiko Lancer, and Ishtar Rider. Okay, without further ado, let's just start with Nero Casters Lauda Lentum Domus Illustrious.
劇場は海より来た王子荘厳しかして流麗見るがよいこれぞウルステリアスすなわち黄金劇場です
Bruh, you can see the difference in the animation quality right away from the first summer event to the second one. I love the animation. You get 3 different zoom-in sprites for Nero according to her ascension level, of course, and she looks cute in all 3 of them. I don't know, it's just my bias because I love Nero. It's an anti-unit NP with anti-army, sorry. It's an anti-army NP with pretty high damage. It also ignores invincibility. And the dialogue is pretty great. It's pretty great. She boasts about her golden theater. Anyway, overall it's 9 out of 10. It's not perfect, of course, it's just a laser beam, basically, you know. Okay, so just let's move on to Frankenstein Saber with Skewered Plasma Blade. Animation is pretty great. I like how you know, her plasma sword just become bigger, and after the impact the camera zooms into her face and we can see the intensity in her face, you know. Her dialogue is simple, of course, it matches her character well, and it's an anti-unit NP with debuffs, suited well for utility, and I think it's an 8 out of 10. The animation is great, but I think the visual effects are pretty simplistic, in my opinion, of course. Anyway, next one is the Nameless Barrel herself, Chris Assassin with Sneveri Eternile.
不敬に罰悪逆に死神々を軽んじる者ファラオを愚弄する者お前たちの罪ここで注がれる沈め沈め沈め沈めスネペルイオテルナイルそれザッパーン
Sadly, the animation is not very good. It's actually pretty janky in my opinion, but at least it's not just a beam and actually a unique concept. It's like an anti-army you know, NP with insta-kill chains. I like it, you know. Her dialogue is pretty, you know, it's pretty good. It's really good actually. It's like a chant or something, you know. And and ended with cute phrase. Overall, I think it's an 8 out of 10. That's it. Next one is Oda Nobunaga Berserkers. Nobunaga the Rock and Roll. I like that name.
三階神仏怪人と奇跡我こそ第六天魔王はじめ織田信長信長さロックンロー
I love the animation. It's amazing and intense, you know? I love how she is playing her guitar while her skeleton stand, you know, auraing the target, you know. It's like a Jotaro from JoJo. The dialogue is really good. I love me some Chant, man. And it's also an anti-unit NP with burning battlefield buff after the strengthening quest, of course. Overall, it's a 9 out of 10, bro. I really like it. It's sweet. Anyway, next up is Artoria Alter Rider with Sisase Morgan. I don't know how to pronounce it. Sisase? Sichachi? Anyway, it's that.
逃がさん水面をかけるは不当のマダンロックセクエンスホールダーン
Oh man, the animation is similar with Excalibur Vivian, bruh. But I prefer this one over Excalibur Vivian. It's really cool. You know, she can somehow ride her motorcycle on water, but in the end, she just you know shoot a water beam. That's a bit disappointing. The dialogue is a bit lagging though, but at least it's an anti-unit that gives her a bit NP charge, 10% to be exact. So overall, I think it's a 7 out of 10. Same rate with Excalibur Vivian, but they have different positive and negative points, I guess. I hope I said it right. Next one is Helena Blavatsky Archer with Sanat Kumara Wheel.
さーて進行方向に障害物支援お願いサナトクマラファイール
I love noble phantasms that you know that have their own background music. In my opinion, it just makes them way better than the ones that they don't have it. And from animation standpoint, Sanat Kumara Wheel it's really great. The duration is not too long and not too short. It's in the sweet spot. It has a clever use of 3D models with her you know big wheel bike thing vehicle, you know, the thing, and the UFOs. You know, it's very good. Although, you know, I think it's a bit weird because she doesn't do anything with her Gatling water gun. You know, in the NP animation, she uses it in the sprite to shoot water's thing. Anyway, I hope she used that more instead of just firing UFO lasers and flies through the explosion. The dialogue is just her coordinating the UFOs, and I like how she waves to the UFOs after sending them. Sadly though, it's just her caster NP with fancier animation because they both entire army NP, but Sanat Kumara Wheel has less debuff than the caster version Sanat Kumara. So I can only give it 6 out of 10 despite it has a sweet animation but is lacking in other factors. From a lolly to a mama, we have Reiko Mama Lancers. Reiko Lancers with Shakudai Kanin Kongosho.
五頭天皇東方神帝釈天金剛書すなわち聖仙骨より作られし神の槍今こそ二人てあらゆる敵を撃滅せん釈大官員金剛書
I like her chant before she performs the NP, you know, but the whole NP feels like a discount version of her original Berserker version in my opinion. But thankfully, the animation is great. It's a simple lance throw, but she throws it from below, which I think is pretty unique. And it's an anti-NP, anti-unit NP that ignores defense buff, so that's pretty sweet. And a little bit of lore here, you know, her lance is actually Vajra that takes form of Tokosho weapon that universally represents reality and everything. I can't explain more deeply because it's a topic for another video, but I think that's pretty cool. Oh yeah, so I think Shakudai Kanin Kongosho is an 8 out of 10. This next one is the last servant from second summer event, and also the freebie for that event, you know, it's Ishtar Rider with Angalta 7 colors.
Gorgeous, happy, elegant. Angalta 7 colors.
Oh man, I hope she has more dialogue. She does have second dialogue, you know. Yeah, she has 2 dialogues actually for this NP, but both are not long enough. And when the scene changed to forget my French, Arc de Triomphe. I hope I say it right. In French, she you know, she's just silent. She's silent in that scene. But I like the animation. It's sweet. You know, she's riding her magic scooter. Then the scenery changed with cute rainbow transition, and then she rains sparkles on the enemies. I love it. It's a standard damage all NP type of NP, you know, and she activates a quick damage buff before performing it. She got her own BGM in this NP though, so that's pretty cool. And I think overall it's a 7 out of 10. That's all Noble Phantasm from second FGO summer event. Overall, I think they have pretty great animations, but not all of them get the same treatment. Some are just better than the others, but hey, that's just the way it is. Man, this video is getting pretty long for me, so I'll make part 2 of this, covering Noble Phantasms from 3rd and 4th FGO summer event. Tell me in the comment section if you want me to continue using English in future videos. Tell me what is your favorite Noble Phantasm in this list, this list of Noble Phantasms I rate. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I'm Pico Pa, signing out. Jaila.